Right, a little bit more scraft for you today. This is another round one matchup. It's on blue shift. It is Isildur playing as Protoss in the top right versus DrVBucks playing as Zerg in the bottom left. And we don't have so many Zergs in the tournament, so. I do like to see a bit of Zerg action. It's nice for a bit of variety. So let's see what's happening here. DrVBucks. I can't remember seeing DrVBucks the last time round, so I can't remember what happened. But anyway, it looks like a very standard opening. Overlord into spawning pool for our Zerg player, but look at this. It's straight off the bat. It's filth from our Protoss player. It's the Forge opening. A little bit curious about why you would follow a Forge with gas, because you can't really spend that gas with just a Forge. But anyway, it does look like there's going to be some sort of cannon play, because that's really the only reason you would ever go Forge first. You know, a long while ago there used to be a sort of build that was called FFE, which was Forge Fast Expand, where the Protoss would it's on an A move, don't do that, where the Protoss would build a Forge first and then a Nexus that they would then protect with a cannon, and it was very popular against Zerg. It's fallen out of fashion because the game's evolved and it's changed a little bit, and they've tweaked a few things here and there. So this worker coming in is going to see the Forge, so he's going to know exactly what's up. So if you're the Zerg at this time, you think to yourself, right, there are cannons coming, so you know, spread things out, have a look, see if you can find them. Oh, these lings are just going to shut it down straight up. What? Hang on. You see this, right? You see this, but you're okay. I don't know about that decision. I find that a little bit weird. I don't know why you wouldn't have just shut this down. Even if you just kill the worker, that's all you've got to do, really. Maybe you're thinking counterattack. I'm going to send my lings into this undefended mineral line, and that's a good thought. I like that. Make sure don't run into the cannon though. No, please make it stop. No. You know, in general, lings don't do that well against cannons. You'd need huge numbers of lings. Why not just run around the whole? Just give that cannon a wide berth, go past the whole way around, and get into the mineral line. So far, DrVBucks unimpressed. You built some lings. You could have shut this down. All you had to do was leave one ling chasing the worker, and that one Zergling would have killed the worker. That ends the cannon rush here. And send the rest of them dodging the cannon around the side into the mineral line, and you've won the game. And all it's cost you is 6 lings. That, however, is not what's happened here. So a macro hatch going down, and yeah, okay. What you need here, look at this. I mean, that's just rude. What you need here is spine crawlers. So a spine crawler here just ends this essentially. This isn't a bad idea. Surround the pylon and kill it, but you don't need that many workers to kill a pylon. You know, that just means you're not mining anything. Not that you're short money, but you know, in general, when you see the pylon appear there, send maybe 4 workers to deal with it. You don't need all of them, but you do need those spine crawlers. So get a spine crawler down in this sort of region, out of range of the cannons. Let it finish. Spine crawlers can move. They sort of uproot and they move, and it's much quicker to burrow them again than it is to build one from scratch. So you build it out of range of the cannons. And if you build it here, it also means the worker can't stay and give the cannons sight. Once you've got rid of the worker, you then lift the spine crawler up and you move it into position closer. Now this worker will give sight of this, and this spine crawler won't get to finish up. That's just going to get killed. So you need to build it a little bit further back. Yeah, but most importantly, kill the worker. We've seen this a few times. You know, when people are cannon rushing and stuff, if you kill the worker, don't change your mind when you've got it that low. Oh no! If you can kill this worker, that's it. It's over. You know. And look, a worker, it doesn't even have that much health. It's only 40 health a worker's got. It's nothing. It's much quicker to kill a worker than it is to kill a pylon or a cannon. And once the worker's dead, no new cannons are being built, and there's no sight up here, and the spine crawler finishes, and this just ends. Simple as that. Anyway, I don't know why there's so many hatcheries being built here, but there are a lot of zerglings. No speed yet, and no gas being mined. So that is the first thing you need to fix. You need to get that gas, and you need to get zergling speed. Isildur, meanwhile, I mean, I don't see a side core anywhere here. There is one somewhere. Oh, there it is. Look. Okay, so is finally progressing into some sort of tech. This isn't enough things to break this, and honestly, you don't have to. You don't have to break this with links. Just leave those there. This spine crawler is all you need. No, the spine crawler means that this worker can't really come up the ramp, and these links are just, what's this achieving? Nothing is what it's achieving. So another spine crawler here that can hit the pylon and job done. Or move this one into position. Yeah, this is a weird game. Really, really weird game. I don't know what's going on. DrVBucks is building some workers. 3 more spine crawlers is what I'd like to see, or just 1 more something. Roaches isn't a bad plan. Once you have roaches, you can turn them into ravagers, and ravagers are pretty good against cannons. They can fire that corrosive bile up in the air and rain it down on these cannons, and put an end to them pretty quickly. Isildur has got this expand up, isn't bothering to build any workers at it, but does have it for future reference. Cybercore finished, no warp kit being researched yet, nor air upgrades, and I noticed that there are 3 stargates in the production tab, which is potentially excessive. You're playing against the Zerg. You know that the Zerg is on 1 base and you've got them walled in. I mean, just mine minerals, build an army and go and kill. You don't have to do anything fancy. You don't have to get carried away and think, oh, I know what I need. I need 6 stargates for a Golden Armada of Void Rays. You could end this game with 6 zealots, couldn't you? That's all you need here. Literally 6 zealots could finish this game. They'll come up, they'll kill that. As soon as there's sight, the cannons will be shooting it as well. That dies, the 6 zealots kill the 2 queens, and it's game over. And that is substantially quicker than building stargates, which you then don't produce any units out of. I don't want to be too critical, guys. But I am going to be a little bit critical. Kill the worker, please kill the worker, please kill the worker, kill the worker. No, worker's still alive. So yeah, that was good. You took some shields off the cannon and did a little bit damage to it. Seriously, Isildur, this game is over. Look at how over this game is. But you're not building any unit. You're still like, just build some stuff and go and end it. This doesn't. There's nothing technical required here. Look at these guys. They're just forming a neat row. Maybe they're protecting the nexus from minerals. We wouldn't want any minerals to get in here, please. We don't like money. What's going on? I don't even know what these 3 cannons at home are for. What is it that you... 3 cannons, 7 cannons at home. What is it you're defending against? Look at the state of your opponent. Right, here we go, look. Yay, finally. And look, once this is gone, these stop working, but you still haven't killed this worker. You know what I mean? Worker could just build a pylon around. Just kill the worker. Seriously. Rule 1 of defending against cannon rushes, kill the worker. That's it. Kill the worker. End the cannon rush. But should I say it a few more times? Kill the worker. See this worker? Kill it. No. Come on! It's the source of all your problems. You know what I mean? All of these things didn't just appear from nowhere. That worker built them. If you kill the worker, then things stop getting built. I don't understand. Right. So with 6 stargates, we've built 1 void ray. Seriously, what's going on? This better not be another stargate. It's a fleet beacon. Okay. What the hell? What's happening? Oh, goodness me. Right, there's a fleet beacon. That is going to enable things like carriers and tempests, which are massively powerful units. Utterly unnecessary. Look, there's nothing in the production tab for the Zerg player here. They've got 3 hatcheries, no ling speed. The lair is morphing in. I'm not sure if DrVBucks is going to plan with that, he's going to need something more than just a queen. Ravagers would do just fine if you turn some of these roaches into Ravagers. Corrosive Bile will hit Void Rays and things flying in the air, but roaches themselves cannot shoot up, so these roaches aren't going to be able to do anything. You could build spore crawlers. That would also be a helpful thing here. Plant some spore crawlers. Obviously the Void Ray will try and focus them down, but if you plant a couple, you know, one of them will get up before you're completely dead. But it looks like this is going to be GG before we actually see any carriers. This is finished, and these, you know, 5 of these Stargates are just wondering, why do I exist? They probably ask their parents and stuff, "Mummy, why was I made?" And their parents are like, I don't know, son. You were made for great things. You were made to build a Golden Armada. Why aren't I building it, Mummy? I don't know. I don't know, son. Because the user is busy microwaving a single Void Ray. I don't know. I'm sorry, Isildur, I don't mean to be quite so sarcastic and mean. You're doing a fine job of winning a game of StarCraft. So here are carriers in production, and I do like carriers. I've been saying I want to see carriers, and it looks like we are going to see carriers. I'd prefer to see them in an actual battle rather than just coming and picking off some idle buildings. But you know, these roaches are going to turn up and have a very bad time indeed. There aren't even enough roaches here to get past the cannons. And when the carriers come out, they will administer justice. It's interesting if you look at a Stargate. If you scout, you can tell what a Stargate is building. It's one of the very few buildings in the game that you can tell, but you can see the sort of outline of what's being produced. So you can see whether it's an Oracle, a Phoenix, a Tempest, or carriers that are in production. You don't really see carriers in 1v1 normally. You might see it in the very late game, but you know, in general, they're not things that you see frequently. You do see them much more often in 2v2, 3v3, because the idea is that the Protoss player can crank out carriers, and his friends can essentially keep him alive, because the problem with carriers is that they're insanely expensive and they take a ridiculous amount of time to build. So a build time of almost a minute and a half, 350, 250. Very expensive items indeed. And they're even expensive to run because they produce these interceptors that they have to build. And it costs money, you know, it all costs money. Costs money, doesn't it? So carriers are expensive and very, very slow. So in general, if in 1v1 you're trying to build carriers, you're just dead, because by the time your first carrier's out, somebody's just wrecked you. Yeah, I don't quite understand how this one Void Ray didn't win the game. I mean, it kind of ran away from things that don't move. Anyway, Isildur, as has been the case for a very long time now, at any moment you can simply go across the map and finish this game. Here comes the mothership. I don't think we've seen a mothership yet, have we, in the tournament? And everybody loves a mothership. The mothership does a few things. It cloaks all the surrounding units and structures. So these carriers are now cloaked. If we look from our Zerg player's point of view, when the Zerg player gets here, we'll see, as he comes up, that he'll be able to see the mothership, but will not be able to see these carriers. You can only see the interceptors as they come out of that cloaking field. So it does that. It also has the ability to recall in the same way that a Nexus can recall units. So you hit the R button and you plant a large kind of area on the map where you want to recall units to. So the mothership can recall units to itself, which is kind of interesting. I'm pressing the R button when I'm just because I'm thinking about it. Just by thinking with the power of my mind, I've accidentally pressed the R button. Okay, this Phoenix is going to fly in, see the Mutalisks, and have a little pop at them. Phoenixes, by the way, are excellent against mutas for a couple of reasons. They've got better range and they can shoot whilst flying, so whereas Mutalisks cannot. They have to stop in order to shoot. So you can just kite the Mutalisks with your Phoenix and you can kill them. Ideally you'd want more than one Phoenix, because people don't generally build mutas one at a time, they build a whole flock. But you know, you get the general idea. I'm just kind of waiting for this game to end. It's been over for a very long time, really. There's no sign of an expand or anything like that from the Zerg. The Protoss has got some sort of ridiculous army supply in comparison, a ridiculous income. There's carriers in a mothership. There's absolutely no way that this could be contested. So these carriers are just going to rock up and eradicate the Zerg. Look, the Stalker's not going to have a good time though, is he? No, I mean, there's a Golden Armada here and you stormed ahead on your own and just got absolutely wrecked. Unlucky Stalker. In the afterlife you'll be telling stories like, I had a whole bunch of super powerful mates and none of them helped me out. They just let me get surrounded by vile aliens and killed. Unbelievable, man. So this is a good demonstration of just how potent carriers are. Here we've got 10 carriers, and while they're not actually focusing individual buildings, if you right click on something with those carriers highlighted, you'll be amazed at just how quickly that stuff dies. And you can see that even like with this many hatcheries and stuff, all of these buildings are about to just collapse at once. So carriers are very powerful units, very powerful indeed, and very, very difficult to deal with once you get up to these sorts of numbers. Very, very hard to deal with indeed. In general, the way to beat carriers is to kill the person that is making the carriers before they've made them. Okay, let's crack on with game 2.